welcome to my book haul, book buying video. Some of these books I received in the mail, and others I got from Goodwill, and others I just bought for myself. And in fact, I have one other book that I just received in the mail today, and I wanted to wait to open it because it is so stunningly wrapped. So let's just dig right in. Let me move a few of these though. First up, I'm gonna go quick and easy. When Target was having their buy two, get one free deal, I bought the Ruinous Love Trilogy. And if you saw my most recent, or one of my most recent Instagram reels, which is where I mainly post, you'll see that I am doing a tandem read of these books. I've already read Butcher and Blackbird. I listened to it and absolutely loved it so much. And then I always say her handle wrong. Leah Who Reads a Lot, at Leah Who Reads a Lot, shared that she made a tandem read since the timelines overlap. So what I did is I took all combined 82 chapters and I labeled them all. And I'm gonna do a tandem read because I just loved them so much. So I'm super excited about these. These are Brynne Weaver. And I'll just read like the main portion on the back. The viral Friends to Lovers dark romantic comedy full of murder, chaos, and sizzling chemistry. Every serial killer needs a friend. Every game must have a winner. That's Butcher and Blackbird. Then we have Scythe Sparrow. That's the steamy finale. Leather and Lark, the latest in the New York Times and USA Today best-selling Ruinous Love Trilogy, an enemies to lover dark romantic comedy packed with danger, chaos, and heat. He has to marry her, and now they can't stand each other. There's another phantom lurking on their doorstep, and this one has come for blood. And then last one, Scythe Sparrow. To be honest, I thought Scythe Sparrow was the second one, not the third one. This steamy finale to the #1 New York Times and USA Today bestselling Ruinous Love Trilogy of Friends with Benefits. Oh, I love Friends with Benefits. Dark romantic comedy packed with murder, mayhem, and spice. The problem is not every broken heart can be sewn back together, and the longer you stay in one place, the more likely your ghosts will catch up. So I'm excited to dig into these. I think I'm gonna keep these on my bedside table, and I have one of those like neck lights that you can adjust where the light is pointing, and I'm gonna read through these at night. And I figured I need to put 3 bookmarks with them so I can kind of keep track of where I'm at. So these ones I bought on my own. I actually had a $29 merchandise exchange gift card, so they were free. Or at least that's how I look at it. Next up, and I think I put these a little out of order, are these 4 books. I got these from Goodwill. The prices on them say $2, $4, $6, $9, but with my local Goodwill, they do a teacher discount, so I think I got them for $6. Now, Lauren Asher, this is the Dreamland Billionaire series, and the first one is the fine print, and I have it up there on my bookshelf, and I read it and I loved it. I just started reading other things. So when I saw this in Goodwill, I said I have to get it. And then I decided, let me just download it on, I think it was on Libby and available, and then I wasn't listening to it fast enough, so then I downloaded it on KU, which I like to use KU when possible because I know the authors get a good cut of that, and for some indie authors, like that's their main source of income. So even when I have the physical book, sometimes I'll just go to the KU version just to help them out. So I think I'm at about 75% of the way through this one, and I'm loving it. It's a arranged marriage. Come on, that trope is glorious. And then I don't know what it is with this book, Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom. I read this in high school and I absolutely loved it. I have not read it since high school, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like for me. Have you ever done that? Read a book and then years later read it and you either love it more or you're like, why did I like this? I'm finding this book everywhere. I just got another copy of this in the free little library that's on base, and then I found this one here. And then I also have a copy, so I don't really need that many. I'm probably gonna give this one away, but I wanna read it again first, so that's on my list. This book I did not mean to buy. In our Goodwill, they have shopping carts where you like, I'll pick up a bunch of books and then I start setting them aside to kind of dig through, and I accidentally bought this one, but guys, it sounds good. Beneath a Scarlet Sky. And I liked that it's by Mark Sullivan. Mark is one of my son's names. In World War II Italy, love was worth spying for. Based on the true story of a forgotten hero, Beneath the Scarlet Sky is the triumphant epic tale of one young man's incredible courage and resilience during one of history's darkest hours. I'm very excited to read this. It is kind of a big read. 513 pages. I didn't even look and see when this was published. Mark Sullivan has a lot of books. Oh, and he's done some books with James Patterson. I think that's how I knew his name too. Okay, 2017. And then Don't Knock Me. I've never read a Kristen Hanna book. So then when I saw this one in like really good condition, I said, you know what, for $3 plus a teacher discount, I might as well grab it. So these 4 are my Goodwill purchases. And then let's see what else we have. Let me move this one because I want to open up this one so bad. Oh, and I'm sorry, that same Goodwill purchase, I Survived 9/11 by Lauren Tarshis. I already own a bunch of these, but I'm gonna keep this with my school stuff. I know I'm not teaching right now, but I love the I Survived books for my classroom. Okay, this one I'm gonna share. One of my followers who's, I would say, is now a friend. I mean, let's be honest, in today's day and age, online friends are the new in-person friends. Well, if you've been following me on my Instagram, you know that we've kind of had a hard month of it with my husband losing his job, our car's in the shop, Dale baby had this rash. Like, it's kind of like when one thing goes wrong, everything goes wrong, and then you just start finding all the negatives, and then it's just compounding. Well, I talk with her quite a bit. Her name's Alex on Instagram, and she's like, try to find the positive. Well, she was giving away this book because she had 2 copies. I'll read it in just a second. And then when she sent it to us, she sent Dustin and I a little note and a little gift card. And honestly, it was an amazing positive. So Alex, I love you. I'm so glad we met each other. Okay, this one is Long After We Are Gone. Don't let the white man take the house. These are the last words King Solomon says to his son before he dies. Now, all 4 Solomon siblings must return to North Carolina to save the kingdom, their ancestral home and 200 acres of land from a development company that has their sights set on turning the valuable waterfront property into a luxury resort. That sounds good. I've never read this author either. Okay, so that was a one-off there. I had a Walmart gift card. I used most of it for baby food, but then I also bought 2 books. So Tessa Bailey is one of those authors. This book right here, It Happened One Summer, is one of the books that I started reading when I got back into my reading journey a couple years ago, and I devoured it and I loved it. And so when I saw this special edition, I said, I have to have it. I love, and like the inside print is fun, a lobster on the outside. So this was kind of a little purchase for myself, along with Shatter Me. I've never read this book, but this version was on sale on Walmart.com. So I said, you know what, let me just buy these 2 books for myself. So I did. Next up, this book was sent to me from Bloom Books. It is called Little Pieces of Light by Emma Scott. After meeting at 10, a lonely genius and a kind-hearted girl promised to stay in touch, but Xander's letters never reached Emery, leaving them both feeling betrayed and heartbroken. 7 years later, Xander returns to Castle Hill and crosses paths with the girl he never forgot. The Academy's rowing team offers a diversion from caring for his ailing father, but can it distract him from her? So this is their Bloom Books young adult series, or young adult imprint, okay? And how gorgeous is that? I mean, come on. Okay, next up, and I'm super excited about these. I have been dying to become an ARC reader or just get kids books because I have a 9-year-old who, he's in 3rd grade, but he's reading, I don't know, at a 5th or 6th grade level. And I got my first Sourcebooks kids. Are you kidding me? And then they gave me a bunch of different like people to follow as far as Sourcebook Kids. There's authors, illustrators, so I'm gonna kind of dig in through this. But they sent me 2 books and I'm waiting to read these with my son. The first one is The Mystery of Locked Rooms. Welcome to the Delta game. Fortune favors the bold. And then book 2, it's either just about to release or just released. It's called The House with No Keys. and these two books sound awesome. So I'm going to start reading these with Mark. Super excited again. Super excited to be on a Sourcebooks Kids list. Next up, this is in Sourcebooks. Oh, Casablanca. I think I just got on their list. This is an ARC on sale 10/21, so this month, which I probably should try to read it. A Worthy Opponent, a Wicked Villains novel by Katie Robert. I think I have 1 or 2 Katie Robert books. Once upon a time, I was a girl who believed in love and happily ever afters. Now the only thing I believe in is revenge. Unfortunately for me, there's only one man willing to help me. Hook. I should have known it wouldn't be out of the goodness of his heart. He doesn't have one. No, Hook wants his ring on my finger and me on my knees before him, and he won't take no for an answer. He may think he has me at his mercy, but I'm willing to pay any price in order to bring our mutual enemy down, even if it means I lose my soul in the bargain. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Ooh, I can't wait to read this one. Ah! I don't know if it's actually signed or if that's like, you know, sometimes they do stamps. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna set this one aside because I want to read it like soon. And then this one was sent to me, I think just from Sourcebooks again. A Star is Scorned. Maureen Lee Lenker. It's a historical romance, fake dating. I'm a sucker for fake dating. Golden Age of Hollywood and a rom-com. And then a couple other books by Maureen Lee Lenker is It Happened One Night and His Girl Hollywood. Ooh, I like it. He's a rogue on stage and off it, but can she be the girl who finally swashbuckles her way into his heart? That sounds good. Okay, adding this one to my list. Now, 2 last things. If you are local in Altus, which I know there's a couple Altus book girlies here, someone is living my dream and just opened up, it's this trailer and it's called The Readery, and I have not been able to go to it yet. And she sells some new books, but like I could exchange some of my newer books and get like a credit with her and then buy some books. And she has bookish merch, bookish stuff. It's pretty awesome. Well, I finally went and I got a bag of stuff, and I should not have taken Mark, my 9-year-old, because he was trying to get me to buy everything. Well, anyways, first things first, and my bag's gonna fall in a little bit. Mark got a book for him, and then Dale Baby's first book, Peekaboo Halloween, which this is fun because Dale is just really reacting to Peekaboo. And so Mark read this to him and it was like really sweet. And then Mark also got a Lauren Tarshis, I Survived the American Revolution. So I like that they also had some kids books there. And this is my little haul, and I love it. So this lady that I talk to at the post office all the time, they know that I have like a book account and do a lot of stuff with books because that's where I go to my P.O. box to get stuff. Well, I wanted to ask her, I didn't see her at the post office today, but she just told me about these books, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. And she told me about A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. And I'm like, did she donate these books or exchange them or give them to the Readery? Because she literally told me about these 2 books and then the next week about this book. So I knew I had to get them. One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. Elspeth needs a monster. The monster might be her. And Two Twisted Crowns. In the dark, spellbinding sequel to One Dark Window, Elspeth must confront the weight of her actions as she and Raven embark on a perilous quest to save the kingdom. Like, they sound good. And like $9.50 for those books. And then this one, I love reading seasonal books. Fall, Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving. This is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. Mariel knows not to trust a demon, especially one who wants her soul. But what's a witch to do when he won't leave her side and she kind of doesn't want him to? Like, that sounds delicious. So let me set that over there by that ARC book. And then, speaking of the Dreamland Billionaire series, I found the 3rd book, The Final Offer, which is about the other brother. And I got this book for $7. Like, are you kidding me? And I supported a small business. So, oh, and there's a little sticker in there. Eek. And then the last thing I got is I used to be really big into bullet journaling. Now this was years and years ago. And I just saw this cutesy book and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And then there's like table of content on the front. Again, I supported a small business, so it's justified. Okay, last but not least is, let me move a couple things. Let me get a drink of water. Last but not least is the book that I just got today. And it's from, hold on, it was listed here somewhere. T.L. Johnson, author, and it's from something Haven, Midnight Haven Books. That's who sent it to me. So I'm assuming the author is T.L. Johnson. First off, this packaging is to die for. I have a tutorial on my page how to fold and take books like this. It's great for Christmas or gifts. And I could do it on here sometime too. And I love the wax seals, wax stamps. I'm doing a video and this is my last little part.
Yeah, I'm in Tessa's office for just a little bit.
Okay. Okay. And then wrapped in tissue paper. Oh, I like this. I like when the books are, I don't know what kind of material it is, or paper. It's that really soft. This is called The Storm and the Rose. Some storms destroy others. Okay, sorry. Some storms destroy, others reveal the truth. Ah, it's signed. Be the Storm and the Rose by T.L. Johnson. Okay, let's check this out. Some scars never fade. Some threats never die. Some storms refuse to pass. Arden Rivers knows how to survive. She's built walls high enough to keep out the past, the small town whispers, the ghosts of a childhood spent navigating fear, and the stalker who turned her world into a waking nightmare. When she escapes to New York for a fresh start, she isn't looking for salvation. She wants distance, safety, a chance to breathe. Gideon Blackwell doesn't believe in salvation. He's spent his life untangling himself from the ruthless family legacy that built the Blackwell Room, the city's most exclusive club, a fortress of power, secrecy, and control. But redemption isn't easy when your last name is synonymous with corruption. From the moment Arden steps behind his bar, she's a complication Gideon can't afford, and yet he can't stay away. She's sharp, untamed, utterly unshaken by the weight of his world, a temptation he shouldn't indulge. But something dangerous lurks in the shadows of Arden's new life, the cryptic messages, the feeling she's being watched. Her past isn't finished with her, and as the storm closes in, she and Gideon are caught in a web of secrets darker than either of them imagined, because the past never really lets go, and neither does the kind of obsession that started long before she knew it existed. And when the storm finally breaks, the question isn't just who is watching Arden, but who will be there when the lights go out. Okay, this looks good. Sarcasm is sparkle in black. Okay, I'm gonna do something now. Let me close my computer and kind of move some stuff. So, let's see. Typically what I do, I'm not gonna do it now because I'm using my phone for this video, but I go to Goodreads and I'll just do the picture scanner, and that way I'll put, if I get an ARC book, I have a shelf labeled ARC, but then I do book I own and books I need to read. So like this one, obviously I own and need to read, but if it's Butcher and Blackbird, books I own, I've already read this one. So I try to be organized and they stay in a stack on my desk until I organize them and put them on my shelf. And then sometimes I'm given books, like ARC books I'll read, and then after the release date, I'll just give them away. Etiquette says you should not sell ARCs and you should not purchase fan fictions, just an FYI. I know I don't have any fan fictions here. So I try to I'm a bookish hoarder, let's be honest, but I also just really enjoy books and I want to have options and stuff. But if I know I'm never going to read a book or never going to read a book again, I do try to, that's the books that I try to include in my giveaways and stuff. So I'm gonna say these 3 books are gonna go on my bedside table. I want to read them. I want to read them in tandem like I have organized, okay? This one is an ARC to be released next week, and it sounds delicious. So I'm also gonna put this in my stack. Did we see when this one was released? First print edition 2025. I want to check the date on this, because if it's actually, you know what, I brought my computer out for a reason. I try to be cognizant of, I know sometimes I'm just sent books just to be sent books to share on my page, and other times I am sent books because it's an ARC and I did commit to reading it. So I try to be cognizant of that and organized in my thoughts. So let's see, The Storm and the Rose. Oh, it sounds so good. The Storm and the Rose by T.L. Johnson. And this is book, no, it's just one book, okay. Okay, so it was published May 20th, 2025. So I'm gonna add this to my list, but maybe not right away. I definitely wanna read a seasonal book, so I'm gonna add that. Let's see. I'm in the middle of reading, like I said, Terms and Conditions. I got about 75% left, so that's gonna go in there. And then I'm gonna add the 3rd one, The Final Offer, because hello. I don't know if I'm gonna get to these 2 right now. I mean, I know it's our October 14th, so it's not like I'm gonna read all these books by the end of October. And then I'm gonna also set this book, the kids' book, Mystery of Locked Rooms. Does it tell me how many chapters there are? I like when people give you chapter numbers, and lately a lot of books just say whose POV it is. Okay. That's the epilogue. Okay, 31 chapters. Okay, Mark and I can read this. So I'm gonna set this aside for our nighttime reading. He reads for 30 minutes every night because he just loves reading, but I also want to read to him, that way he can listen. And then, I mean, The Storm and the Rose, I definitely want to add that. So, oof, I just kind of added, look at my stack right here. These are the books that I want to read right now. And then these are the books that I'm just going to kind of catalog and file away. Oh my gosh. So many. Let me know if you've read any of these, if there's any I need to bump up to the top of my list or bump down because it's just not worth it. Especially if you and I have the same book taste. You'll find while I love fantasy, I am a contemporary romance. I like certain tropes. I'm a mood reader. Sometimes I just want to read about a brother's best friend or best friend's brother or fake dating or age gap, and just give me all the happily ever afters. And I think I have a lot of books with some happily ever afters. So maybe I'll do a follow-up to this one with a recap of some of the books that I've read. And then stay tuned. I'm going to later this week, my little baby is taking a nap right now, which is how I'm able to kind of do this. And you saw my husband walk through. He's getting ready for a job interview here in a couple hours. But I am a big Draco and Hermione girl. I'm in my Hermione era, and I'm not leaving anytime soon. I'm not leaving anytime soon. And I have a whole scrum board and a big list of things that I want to read and rankings and stuff. So I'm gonna do a video on that at some point. And while YouTube is very new to me still, let me know in the comments if there's any books that you want me to review or any videos you would like to see. I'd love anybody's input, but also just know that I'm probably gonna do whatever I want, because like Draco and Hermione takes the cake. But then again, some of these books sound so good. And while I used to be able to stay up until 3, 4 in the morning reading, I don't do that anymore. I'm lucky if I can stay up until 1 a.m. Call it older age. I'm almost 40, but also I have a newborn, and some days are just so exhausting, even when I get adequate sleep. So I hope you enjoyed. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm trying to grow it. You know, social media is wild. Let me know if you follow me on Instagram. Come say hi. Let me know what books I should and shouldn't read.